Hey everyone! So, if you were unaware, I'm a big ol' lesbian. Just really fucking gay. I'm a girl who likes girls. Every time I take a step, I leave a rainbow footprint behind, and every time I sneeze, rainbows come out. I was even called a lesbian icon one time in this article about how Harry Styles is apparently a lesbian icon, but he's no Riley J. Dennis.
Who the fuck is Harry Styles?
Legitimately, one of my friends sent me that article like, oh my god, you're the basis for who is a lesbian icon.
Anyone notice how forced his voice sounds when he's trying to sound all happy or giddy or some shit? Oh my god, look at it, get so happy! I can't even do that.
And you know what? I have accepted this mantle. I am officially a lesbian icon. And if you have a problem with that, you can take it up with my assistant? My manager?
Ooh.
I don't have any of those things. Just keep it to yourself.
How about sticking comedy to yourself because you're not fucking funny?
Anyway, as the resident lesbian in this video, I wanted to talk about some of the struggles that come with being a lesbian. Now look, I abso-fucking-lutely love being gay, but homophobes can definitely make my life difficult sometimes. In my next video, I want to do a rundown of some of the perks of being a lesbian, so that'll keep it balanced out, hopefully.
Oh joy! A person who was born with a dick is going to explain what life is like being a lesbian. Enough said.
Obviously, no one chooses their sexual orientation. Your sexual orientation chooses you. It's like a wand, except everyone who gets the rainbow wand gets fewer civil rights.
Fewer civil rights in the first world? Is that what you're saying? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Riley, you're full of shit.
But look, being queer is a wonderful, magical thing, and I'm not trying to dissuade anyone from coming out or anything like that. There are downsides to being an out queer person, but in the end, it's so worth it. If you are able to and want to be out. And lots of the stuff on this list will apply to lesbians, but also to bisexual girls and pansexual girls and queer girls and non-binary folks.
Something tells me that the last thing they need are tips from you.
Within the queer community, we all have a lot of shared experiences, but as your local lesbian, I'm gonna mainly be talking about things I've noticed in my own life. So, number one, I've just moved to a new country to be with my girlfriend, and usually when I tell people I'm new here, their first question is, what made you move out to Sydney? And I wanna say, oh, I was long distance with my Australian girlfriend for 2 years, and I just moved here to be with her, but also because I like traveling and living in new places.
Well, that sounds like a very nice, well-put answer.
But what I usually end up saying instead is, oh, I just like living in different places, wanted to try something new, you know? And I thought Australia would be fun.
Now you notice what happened there? Instead of going with the first response, you went with the second one. And whose fault is that, Riley?
Because I don't know, obviously when I meet people who I know are queer, I'm okay talking about my girlfriend.
Yeah, because they're called friends.
But with just random people, I'm never quite sure how they'll react. And I'm often in situations where I don't want to be dealing with homophobic bullshit if I'm just having small talk with this person for a bit and then leaving, you know?
Oi, mate, calm down there. I just asked you a simple question, not your life story, you retarded dingo.
And I know I could say, I moved here to be with my partner. But then, one, they might assume I'm dating a guy, and I would never want anyone to think I'm dating a boy.
Good luck with that.
But number two, if they asked any more questions, I'd have to keep using they to refer to my girlfriend to keep it gender neutral.
Well, that's kind of insulting to your girl, isn't it?
And they might catch on, so I figure it's safer to just not deal with it. Like, if I'm going to be around someone a bunch, I definitely end up telling them because it's like a super major part of my life to hide, but I just hate having to worry about my words the second I get into conversation with someone, you know?
This coming from the prick who says that if you misgender someone's pronouns, you better correct yourself because it's violent.
The second one is, I fucking hate the dirty looks I sometimes get while walking around holding hands with my girlfriend or when I'm hugging her or kissing her in public. Like, straight people can fucking make out in the middle of a busy road in the pouring rain and people will call it romantic and like cheer for them.
Well, if they want to get hit by a car, let them.
But if I have a little peck with my girlfriend while waiting in line at a fast food place, people can just be shitty about it.
Then fucking ignore them! Who the hell cares about their thoughts? You're with your girl. If you love her and you want to kiss her on her cheek, then go for it, man.
Like, I thankfully haven't run into anyone yet who's just yelling and screaming and making a fuss about how much they hate gay people. But in 2018, you often get much subtler shit that just undermines you. Like people rolling their eyes or kind of snorting in disgust or grunting and shoving you a bit as they walk by.
Yeah, screw all the other years, right? They didn't matter. No, it's 2018 that's fucked up.
And those things don't happen super often. I know I'm pretty lucky to be living in a city with a decently sized queer community, but like, they happen often enough that I'm always on edge about it.
Then fucking ignore them! Don't stoop to their level then!
I'm always looking over my shoulder, making sure it's okay if I give my girlfriend a kiss.
You what?
Always being aware of where we're holding hands and trying to scan people's faces to see if anyone's gonna try and give us shit.
You must be fun when it comes to going out in public with Fiona. I mean, I can just picture it. You're at a flea market and she sees some cool shit on the table. Meanwhile, you're like scoping around for people like a fucking meerkat.
It's just exhausting.
That's your fucking fault, Riley. Instead of having a good time out in public, you're fucking full of paranoia. Your fault.
I'm just jealous of folks who can just hold hands in public and not have to worry about anything.
Then do it! Hold hands with her! Who the hell cares? I'm trying to be as simple as I can here. You want to make things more complicated. God damn it!
Number 3 is that I really feel like it limits our travel options quite a bit. Like, there are plenty of countries and cities and regions that are just openly hostile to queer people. Like, homophobia exists everywhere, even in large left-leaning American cities, but some places it's just like so blatant and everywhere that I think it's just safer for me to avoid that.
Then stay in the first world. Don't go into third world. That's where it's more fucked up. It doesn't just affect, the gays. Women could get fucked too. Imagine you guys went over to Iraq or something, and immediately they see Fiona not wearing a burqa. They're gonna either force a burqa onto her head, or worse, same thing for you. They find out you're gay.
By that I mean there are entire countries where being gay is illegal, and others where it is legal, but so hugely frowned upon that I wouldn't feel safe. And even within the US, there are towns and areas where I do not feel comfortable in the slightest. Sometimes I just wonder what it would be like to be able to travel anywhere without worrying about getting beaten or killed or assaulted just because of your sexual orientation.
Well, in your case, there's only one cure for that, Riley. You might as well just stay at home. Just sit on that floor by your bed for the rest of your life. If you're gonna be this all uppity paranoid about it, then just stay home.
But I know that that just means we have a lot of work to do in the realm of fighting for queer rights. And I'm confident that things are going to get better over time with all of the queer activists around the world fighting for their rights every day.
Oh, yeah, good luck over in, countries that follow Sharia law. Yeah, good luck on that.
Number 4 is sometimes I see a girl and I'm just really like, I don't know if I want to kiss you or I just want to be you, you know?
What?
Some girls just have the coolest fucking style where I'm just like, I need to try that kind of look, or like, I really want to style my hair like that or do my makeup like that. But other times it's just like, nah, I appreciate your aesthetic, but it's not mine and I'm really attracted to you.
Whore! I don't need this today, whore!
You're in a relationship, aren't you? Do you really see other women and you contemplate on whether or not to just go up and just randomly kiss them? That would count as, sexual assault, and Fiona would probably beat the shit out of you.
And telling the difference between those two things isn't always super easy, so it's all just tangled together.
Or you could just simply compliment them and say, hey, I like your hairstyle, I like the outfit you wear, you look really nice. You don't have to say, holy shit, I love it, I'm getting hard. I'm getting wet. Yes, I am getting wet. Oh, God, excuse me. Oh, God, I just made myself sick.
Number 5 is that I hate that for the longest time I thought I had to like boys. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but this is an experience I found I have in common with a lot of my lesbian friends. A bunch of us tried really hard to like guys when we were younger, even though we were pretty confident we didn't like guys.
Yeah, before you labeled yourself as a lesbian, you're a guy. You like pussy. Again, I'm trying to be simple here.
Because society was just so convinced we had to. And it sucks that we had to go through that because it was so unnecessary. Like, we knew we didn't like boys, but heteronormativity just convinced us that we had to. I'm real glad I got past that part of my life, but it always makes me so sad to hear about other lesbians who've gone through the same shit.
Riley, you are you. You decide on what you prefer. That is up to you. You should not let society get in the way.
And number 6 is that the queer nightlife tends to be run by cis white gay men and is mostly geared towards gay men. Some places will have like one lesbian night a week or once a month, but queer girls just don't have the same plethora of options that queer men do.
The same applies to just a regular bar that's not, gay themed. You ever notice that ladies' night, it happens like once or twice a week? How is it different than the gay bars? Who the fuck cares?
At least that's how it's always seemed to me in every city I've lived in. I'm sure there might be other places that have more lesbian bars or clubs, but it also just sucks as a queer person in general that we don't have places to socialize that don't involve alcohol.
You will find something to bitch about it because you're not happy. You'll never be happy. until it cows down and cater to your every whim. You will be not happy until it's in your clutches.
And even then you'll find something to complain about.
Like, I don't drink, so clubs and bars are generally not my scene,
Then why are you bringing it up?
but I still like getting to know other queer folks and socializing and stuff.
There are other options. It doesn't have to be a goddamn bar. It could be at other events. Just pick one and just go to it. Damn it!
Not all the time, because I'm pretty introverted. But everyone needs community and people around them, and it just bums me out that so much of queer social life is based around alcohol, especially when I know queer alcoholics who find it so hard to stay sober because of that. There's nothing wrong with the club bar scene, I just wish there were other options.
I seriously want to see more gay bars in this town. Are you gonna drink there? Fuck no. I don't drink alcohol, and I hate people.
Number 7 is it sucks that TERFs pretend to speak for all lesbians. TERFs are the worst, and they have no place in the queer community. That's all I have to say about that.
Excuse me, my throat was messed up.
And for number 8, I kinda wanna end on a more lighthearted one, so I just need to complain about all the fucking hair in my apartment. Like, I know some girls have short hair and some boys have long hair, but when two femme girls with long hair are dating, there's just hair everywhere. No matter how much I vacuum, there's always more. This is the real struggle.
Let's try to figure this out. Is it stress related? Is it Fiona because she's all stressed out on how you're so paranoid of being out in public? Oh my god. I did it, guys. I did it. I managed to sit through a Riley Dennis video and actually respond to it. Wait a minute. I just remembered. There's a second part to this video. The perks of being a lesbian.